Good day, and welcome back to Spartan Entertainment Electronics. I'm your host Ryan, and it's time for another smash hit or trash flick video game edition. I recently received an email from Microsoft trying to sell me on this new mobile game that they just released. As I'm always looking for a new mobile game to play on the throne, I figured I would try this one out. This game was developed by Turn 10 Studios and published by Xbox Game Studios, so that may give you some hinting that it is titled and advertised as a Forza game. Forza Street, to be specific. Is it a game worthy of the Forza title? Let's find out. Before we do find out, if you're new to the channel or just haven't done it yet, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my upcoming content. I post at least one new video a week and would love for you to be here for them. If you like this video at the end of it, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button and share it with anyone you think might enjoy the content I make. Forza Street is a racing game on the mobile platform, also available on PC through the Microsoft Store. I've played a few racing games on the mobile platform and haven't found one with the simple, learnable, and enjoyable control structure that this game has. The controls are simple and fairly intuitive. Simple in the sense that there is only gas and boost. Intuitive in that there is more to it than just mashing two buttons. You start the race trying to get the perfect launch. It feels very similar to the warm-up before a drag race in Need for Speed Pro Street, where you have to keep your RPM in that small zone for the best results. Too low and you get off to a slow start. Too high, you spin out and do not get traction off the line. Hitting that small green zone is rewarding and achievable, although slightly different for different types of cars, but consistent within divided car classes. If you choose to focus your skills on, say, only muscle cars, hitting that green zone will get easier as you practice. Additionally, if you launch in the green, you can get an almost full boost meter right off the line, which comes in handy especially in rivals races. If you launch in the yellow, you start between 25 and 60% boost. If you hit the start in the red, you start somewhere between 0 and 25% boost, so it's rewarding to learn how to hit the green and practice towards it. It can also make a big difference in tightly matched races, as getting that clean start and extra boost can be the difference between a win or a loss. The controls continue to be simple, as each track that I have seen so far only has 3 corners. Each corner has a zone which is broken down into 3 subsections. The first is the braking zone, where you want to release the gas button to activate the braking. Then you have the corner, where you're just really along for the ride. And finally, you come out of the corner into the acceleration area, where you hit the gas button again and take off. Pretty simple in execution. There are different grades to the acceleration and braking areas that have benefit to getting on and off of the gas at the best possible times. Go on the brakes too late, and you don't exit the corner cleanly, costing you seconds on your race time. Get on the gas too early, and same drill. Launch the brakes too early and you lose too much speed going into the corner and are slow coming out, or get in the gas too late and your car chugs out of the corner. If you can get the hang of hitting the bright yellow perfect zone, not only does it give you the best line and speed in and out of the corner, but you also get a huge boost meter bonus. The game does hold your hand a little with hitting the perfect zones. There are very subtle audio cues that I almost did not notice. That help hit just the right timing for getting onto and off of the gas button. They're really subtle though and just kind of blend into the music. I did eventually notice them and now I've been using them to my advantage, more so for the braking than the gas. I hit roughly 7 out of 10 perfect brakes just using the audio cues to guide me. I would say most people may not consciously recognize these, or if you play with sound off you won't notice them, unless there are visual hints as well that I haven't noticed yet. The game itself advertises using cinematic camera angles for the races, which are both fun and a nightmare to get used to. On the fun side, they give you cool viewpoints of your car and surroundings, and your car changes sounds to match. The left-right balance changes, and the loudness of your car sounds changes depending on where the camera's positioned. It also helps to make up for not having a preset button for a rear-looking camera to see how far behind your competition is. At the same time, they are a bit of a pain, as you can't see how close your car is to the corner, making it difficult at times to decide if it's a good time to boost or not, as you don't want to boost going into a corner. To help combat this lack of visibility, it seems as though they have kept the number of tracks to a minimum. I've only seen 3 tracks at the time of recording this review, so this helps to learn where the corners are and roughly how much time you have between the corners on each track. This has become a point against the game as well, however, as I am bored of seeing the same 3 tracks over and over again. Especially as I know Forza branded games to have a large track selection from all over the world, and not just 3 made-up routes in Miami somewhere. One thing I would like to see Turn 10 push out is more of a tutorial, not some long, drawn-out thing, but like a 2-minute tutorial to go over the different currencies, how to get cars, the different car classes and divisions, how the star value and rarity of cars works, options to upgrade your cars. There's little to no instruction that I can recall, and I'm questioning so many things. I am certain what to do with my almost 80,000 credits. It seems that I can only spend them on upgrading cars, and that's it. I have not found anything else to spend them on yet, and I am pretty sure I have looked fairly thoroughly. Then there is the gold currency that you get, and you can spend this to buy cards, and you use cards to unlock various things like cars or upgrade components, but that appears to be about it. This gold is also what the microtransaction system is built around. Then there are all the sub-currencies for upgrade parts, car classes, divisions. From what I can tell, there are almost 40 different currencies to collect and use in-game. How to get cars is also something I am questioning Turn 10's choices on, as it seems the only means is through random number generation. This is incredibly frustrating, because I want certain cars, and would be willing to grind to get those cars if given the opportunity. What I am unwilling to do, however, is spend hours on end for a 5% or less chance to get the car that I want. I think about the system Capital Games put into Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and find myself wanting for a system like that in this game, but for cars instead of Star Wars characters. Assign each car a story mission. Give the option for limited daily replayability on each mission, rewarding car parts as you repeat that race. Place the cars in a hierarchy through the story, putting the cars intended to be rarer at the more end stages of the story. Capital Games has nailed that system, and I have seen it successfully copied to other properties. I'm still trying to collect in Galaxy of Heroes over 3 years later, as I'm a bit of a completionist, and there are certain characters I still want. So, the system keeps you coming back. I think that system would do well here, but it may require changes to the story structure. Speaking of which, I am not a huge fan of the story in this game. It seems to me to be self-absorbed and unnecessary, and tries to shove its fun down your throat. The way it has been built and scripted doesn't feel very Forza to me. Something derived from the system in Forza Motorsport 7 would have been more appropriate for Street, I think, and in my opinion, more enjoyable. It is also tiring, as when you are replaying the sections to gather challenge cards for upgrade modules, you can't skip the text-based story sequences. I am quite sure I have seen the 6th event in the first chapter 20 or 30 times at this point. Show me once, then let me grind the races uninterrupted. I expect mobile games to be grindy with a pay structure baked in. They have to make money somehow, and I get that. Forza Street, however, is excessive, and I have no interest in spending my real money, as it is all on RNG. If they want me to spend my cash on this game, let me buy a 5-star car for a set and reasonable price. It would be a good way to monetize the game while also allowing me to get the car I really want, but I don't want to wait for the RNG to roll my way. They could also offer decent upgrade packs in exchange for the gold currency, which could help to eliminate some of the super grind that this game has, but there would need to be a balance there to not turn it into a pay-to-win game. You need to play a mission with a higher opportunity for challenge cards several times to get one car up to the next major performance tier. You also need to do that for several cars to progress in the story. There is a potential to play one mission 40 or 50 times trying to upgrade your cars enough to compete in the next event. Oh, and then you have to grind upgrade missions 10 times to get the upgrade components to advance your car's performance tier. There is an excessive amount of repeating events, and it looks like this will carry all the way through to the end stages of the game. I should mention the car performance matrix. The system is called the Power Index, or PI. I like this system and how it fits into the game. It's a logical system that shows exactly where your car stands and how the difficulty is scaled as you progress. It seems most cars unlock at a 1-star with a PI of 400. At least I haven't had a car unlock lower than that as of yet. On the flip side, I have spotted endgame content requiring a PI of 700. To increase the car's PI, you grind upgrade modules from challenge cards. You also get class-specific modules from card duplications. You use upgrade modules to a certain point, say a value of 1,000, and a small amount of credits based on how many modules you are using until you max out that performance tier. Once you've maxed out that performance tier, you then use upgrade components like exhaust parts, air filter, or brakes with a preset amount of credits to increase your performance tier. The modules give you a small performance index increase and the components give you a much larger performance index increase. The rarer or higher star count your car, the more upgrade tiers you have available. To increase your star rating, you have to duplicate that car through RNG unlocks. I think Turn 10 would be well served to replace the star system. Replace it with an experience point based level structure similar to what they are using in Rivals mode. Use that level system to unlock cosmetic modifiers as well as unlocking the ability to further upgrade performance of that car. I would simplify two systems and also eliminate some of the random number generation, as you can focus on specific cars until the RNG gods drop that one car you really want. Use the duplicate car rewards to offer the same unlocks, just eliminate the star increase you would typically get through that. Duplicate cars give you class-specific modules, class chips for unlocking new cars, and credits, I believe. Cars are available in 4 classes: Super, Muscle, Street, and Sport. They are also available in 3 divisions: Modern, Retro, or Classic. There are some categories, like Retro Muscle, that only have 1 car in the entire game. Oh, and it's a rare car with a low RNG drop chance. I really hate the amount of RNG required to unlock cars, and there's no apparent other means for unlocking them. Before we wrap this up, and I quit complaining about the grind and RNG for now, I have seen some complaints online about people who have chosen not to log into the game with an Xbox Live account and have been punted from the system and their progress wiped after approximately a month of play. I was only seeing a few accounts of this happening, but it definitely looks like it's best to log into the game with an Xbox Live account. At the end of the day, if you're a fan of nice cars and enjoy racing games, then yes, check Forza Street out. However, be prepared to be stuck with the cars that you get from the RNG, and they may not be the ones that you want. I don't know how long I will stick with this game because of the grind if it does go unchanged. I think it's a lot of fun to play, the cars are beautiful, the game looks great, there's a lack of track variety, and the RNG loot box-like car collection is upsetting, and the grind is looking to be very extensive. I can't decide at this moment in time if this game is a smash hit or a trash flick. I will call it a hit for now, but not a smash hit, and give it a 6 out of 10. If Turn 10 can address some things to reduce the grind, as well as give more options for unlocking and upgrading cars, this score can very quickly jump up. As it stands now though, it's just a simple, fun, uber grind that I will continue to play for a couple of months, watching to see how the game evolves. Let's discuss. Down in the comments, let me know what you think of this game. Does it deserve the Forza name? Will you be giving this mobile title a shot? Any mobile games you recommend I try out? Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.
To